Welcome everybody to Thrillhouse Hump Day, Porsches, round 3. We are at Monza tonight, and it's going to be a interesting race. We've got some new members in tonight, test drivers for the teams. Earlier in the week we had admin approach the team owners, and they were given the opportunity to pick a test driver out of the guys that have been showing their stuff in Soda Wars. So a couple of the guys that have been putting in some hard yards in the Soda Wars field have been given the opportunity to step up and take a role at one of the main Thrillhouse teams. And their role, along with testing the supercar and helping out with that, is they get an occasional drive in the team Porsche. So we've got a couple of those guys lined up tonight. Crunchy Div seems to be driving the powerhouse entry tonight by the looks of that. Crunchy Div's been very vocal lately, last couple of days, really keen to get in and amongst it, so good to see him on board. Welcome, mate. Richard Withers, the Jandal Performance Racing Porsche there. Quiet guy, haven't heard a lot about him yet, but heard a lot of good reports from Mikey and Wardo, so for him to get a ride of the Jandal car must mean he's doing something right. We've got a normal Thrillhouse member there with NASCAR in the CP Racing Porsche there. Getting a couple of practice laps in. Getting himself in the zone for Sunday night. Taz Tim in the Devil Motorsport entry. Don't know a lot about him either yet, so keen to see how he goes tonight. Sporting that striking green and black Porsche there. Grim Jess in the Brock Balls car. He'd be keen for a win tonight, I reckon. Show these boys how to do it. This any wins from him tonight's going to put Brock Balls in the outright lead so far for the Porsche series. They're currently tied 2 wins apiece with Alpha Motorsport. Black Dynamite's back in the Black Duck racing car. And otherwise we're putting in a lot of Ks, a lot of testing. Had some really good races in the Super 2 category. Faster Jet, Revolution Motorsport. Just got past the qualifying motor. There's Lucky and Venturi. Back again for some more after having an interesting run last week. AliExpress is back, sporting his Dint Brothers Racing Porsche. Really nice livery that. Really enjoy the colours. Oop. So we're about to get started. Get into some qualifying. How are we tonight, guys? Who we got on board already? Jim Bob, how are you, mate? Mad Dazza, how you going? Should be a fairly interesting run tonight. I know that the Blacklight test driver who's in the car tonight, he's been doing a lot of development Ks this last couple of days. Very keen to turn some wheels and get in with these guys, so hopefully it all goes alright. Let's see if we can. Just going to bring up that one so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so there's always a couple that jump out in the track in the middle of the qualifier reset. Happens all the time. Alrighty. So get qualifying underway. 10 minutes for these guys tonight. About half the length of a normal supercar session. Not a lot of time to get the heat in the tyres. Not a lot of time to burn some fuel. So you really got to get out early and get a nice big solid bank lap. Get it in quick. That said though, Monza's a pretty big track, so these guys have got enough space to organise themselves. shouldn't really see, or we shouldn't be seeing guys in big groups, but so Crunchy Diff there's leading the way at the moment with the Powerhouse car. Brent's back again with the Frontier Motorsport entry. Had another interesting run last week in the Porsche, so he's back for some vengeance. NASCAR we've seen, Taz Tim we've seen, there's Lucky. Lardass is driving the Alpha Motorsport car. Another guy tonight, a couple of wins for him tonight would be great. They're currently tied with Brock Balls for 2 wins apiece. Only guys that have managed to get a win so far. There's Dan, Apex Motorsport. Dan's been doing some really good racing lately in the Supercar series, so it's good to see him behind the wheel of a Porsche. Have a bit of a look. Black Hammer for Blacklight Motorsport. This young man, he's had a real crack the last couple of days. He's put 800 kilometres on that car in 2 days testing, so he's definitely keen to get amongst it. So hopefully he has a good night tonight. We'll get you back in the Hyundai. I'm Steve-O, taking to the driving duties of the Redline car tonight. Team owner of Redline. Nice to see him getting amongst it. Grim Death again, and Faster Jet there in Revolution Motorsports. That is an awesome looking car, that. Such a nice looking car. I don't know a lot about Faster Jet, so you guys in chat might be able to help me out a bit with him. I do believe that he's a pretty popular member of the Soda Wars series, so hopefully he does the right job tonight in the Porsche. And we got Alien at the back there. So basically the idea behind the test drivers is the teams were given the opportunity to pick up one of the members of the Soda Wars community that's really showing that they're right into what we're doing here and putting in a lot of effort and trying to get to as many Soda Wars events as they can, and also supporting the chat during the Supercars races, getting in there and showing their support for the guys that are already racing, and the guys that are really keen to have a run, like they're really desperate, they really want to get in and they really want to be part of it. So the teams have been given the opportunity to put a 5th member in, give them someone else to help with testing, help with tuning, another mind in the skunk works to sort of organise their setups and stuff, and also to get these guys basically gets their foot in the door for a potential future drive in Supercars down the track. If we have members that would rather not drive next season or the season after, these guys here will be on the front foot. NASCAR goes fastest. Taz Tim's in second. That's a great run for Devil so far. Devil must be very happy with that. Jay and Daz, Dilza, and Shady FMX. Hope they're watching their boy tonight. Brent's in 3rd. Black Dynamite in P4. Crunchy Disc in 5th. Black Hammer's in the 6th position. Alien Express is coming up in 7th there. Grim Death in 8th. Best sector for Grim Death there. Lucky out of 9 so far. Faster Jet in 10. Lardass looks like he's had an issue. Oh, Black Hammer's had a problem there. He had to burn a penalty. He's going to put that lap away. Steve-O in 12th, Dan in 13th, and Richard Withers has just joined us back in the lobby, so he's on his out lap. Bit of work to do. Hopefully he can get up there. Scalabay, how are you, mate? Pretender, don't screw up tonight. Don't screw it, blunt weapon. It's the blunt instrument, mate. Clinty Gogo, how are you, mate? Alien looks to be doing alright tonight, Clint. Currently sitting 8th. Yeah, I'm going well, thanks Excalibur. Keen to watch some Porsches tonight. See how these new guys go amongst the amongst the rules and regulations of a proper Thrillhouse event. Time's starting to come down a bit now. Crunchy Dip's gone to the top. Black Dynamite in second. Lardass is in third. Touches the grass there, but gathers it up. NASCAR slid down to fourth. Lucky's up to fifth. I think his game plan tonight will be get as far forward as he can and try and stay out of that first lap carnage. He got caught both races last week. Got caught up in that. Whoa, Taz Tim, hold on to it, son. He's gone. Oh, keeping off the fence. Another one's off at the top there. Lardass. Don't hit the fence. Oh. See, the damage is on full here, guys, with the Porsches, so you can't afford to watch the regest, guys. Car coming through. You got to watch it there. When you're doing the U-turn, you can't afford to pack it into the fence there, because you'll end up with some front suspension damage. Alright, so where are we now? 2-minute warning. Okay, it looks like Crunchy is going to go in the pits. 2-minute warning, he's done for the day then. Richard Withers, welcome to the category, son. Just comes in on his first flying lap, goes straight to P2. Congratulations, what a run, well done. Cold car, cold track, just bang, in it goes. Black Dynamite, Black Hammer. Black Duck versus Black Light. It's a lot of blacks going on there, guys. Dynamite's on purple sectors. We might stay on board here. Just keep an eye on him. Oh, Black Hammer's gone again. What's the Dynamite got? Bit of a wiggle there on the exit. I love that car, such a nice looking livery. Alright, down into the chicane. These things here really like it down here. They can tip in quite quickly. Load up the aero grip. Nice. Little slide on the exit there. Hey Dadson. Hey mate. Richard Withers goes to the top, guys. Brent's gone to the top. It's getting fast now. Alright. He's missed it. What did the Dynamite get? Goes to second. Alright. Race 1. 7 laps. Fastest first. Pole position counts. So Brent's off pole with Black Dynamite sneaking into second at the end there. Richard Withers in third. Crunchy's in fourth. NASCAR fifth. Lardass is in sixth. Luck goes my way out of seventh. Dan is in eighth. That's how they go. 3, 2, 1. And they're away. Oh, Dynamite stalled on the line. Richard Withers has stopped. I think we got one stopped. Yep, one stopped. Haven't heard anything from the race director yet. Oh, Brent's just come in there big time and taken out the field out. Oh dear. That has not gone well. Alright. They seem to have sorted themselves out a bit. Lardass has taken the lead. Yes, Grimdeath's in second position there. Luck goes my way. He's just shot up to third. What a drive so far. Black Hammer snuck up into fourth. Great work so far in the first lap. Get through that trouble. I'm Steve-O's in fifth, tucked in behind him with Taz Tim right in beside him there as they enter the... Oh, just tucks in behind there. I think we're already nursing some damaged cars here by the looks of this. Back to the front. Artist leading the way. Grim Death in second. Lucky in third. These guys... Oh, Grim Death had a big slide. Lucky grabs him. Alright. Good to the second. Lucky's tucked into third again. Here comes the Black Hammer right behind him. This is starting to... And the fire up. Oh, one's in the pits straight away. Grim Death straight in the pits. So Black Hammer's right behind Lucky there. Lardas has just skipped out to a 1.9 second lead. Can this be 3 in a row for Alpha Motorsport? Both Venturi and Blacklight are yet to get a win. Back through the field a little bit here. These two are still going at it. Crunchy Diff and I'm Steve-O. Steve-O goes really deep. Crunchy Diff's... Oh, gets a good drive out of the corner there for Crunchy Diff. You can have a look. Tucked in behind there. Just keep it under control. Oh, another big slide there for Steve-O. Grim Death there in 6th position, a little wide on the exit there, but looks like he's under control. There's Brent. Trying to recover that big hit at the start. Taz Tim, 8th position. NASCAR, Black Dynamite, 9th and 10th. Alien Express there in 11th. Faster Jet in the sand, that's not where you want to be. Dan's in 12th. Back to the front, Lardas still leading the way. Lucky seems to have got a little bit of a gap on Black Dynamite there. What can the Blacklight Motorsport car do in the slipstream? They're tuck in behind here. They're catching up to Lardas, they're starting to reel him in. Oh, Black Hammer's having a look. Down the inside. Nice move for position there, well done. Tucks it in. What can Lucky do in the brakes? Goes to the inside under brakes. Has a look, just tucks it back in though, it's smart. Just show the headlight. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Force a mistake. Great bit of racing from these two guys so far. Steve-O snuck away from Crunchy Diff. Grim Death and Brent, they're having a crack. Now here comes Brent. Oh, Taz Tim's lost it again. Grim Death's lost it again. Up the front here again. These two are still going at it. Black Hammer and luck goes my way. Another big slide there from Lucky. We're out into lap 4. Lardas is skipping away again out to 2 seconds. He's not even sure there's people still behind him. No one is going on back there. Don't worry boys, I'll just head off here, get another winch, he'll be right. Crunchy just managed to get around Brent. Looks like Brent's had an issue because he's slow down the straight. Grim Death's in the pits. I'm Steve-O's in the pits. Here comes NASCAR. Taz Tim right behind him. Black Dynamite and Alien, drag race. It's a long straight without the chicane. Really loads up into the new turn 1. These things with all that aero on the Group 3 car though, they just hook in and steer, they love it. Dan in 12th, Fast Jet's in 13th after that big lose into the sand. Back to the front. Oh, look out, she's on at the front here now, guys. Lucky's got Black Hammer. And it's already on the back of Lardas. Something massive's happened to Lardas there because he's lost a bucket load of time. Here goes Lucky down the inside. He's in the lead. Oh no, they're touched. Oh, Lardas gets that elbow out. Goes, no thanks, mate. I'm going to have this. You want it, you need to fight for it. Dan snuck in with the fastest lap with a 140.680. Lardas goes out wide. Lucky goes down the inside. Lee gets the crisscross. Here he comes down the inside again. He's going to get the run under the straight. Tucks in behind in the slipstream. Black Hammer's waiting to pounce. Here he comes. Crunchy Diff starting to hunt too. He is 4 seconds behind in closing. Look at these three though. She's on now. Who's going to be the bravest into one? Lardas has got all the work in the world to do. He's got to find a way through Lucky and also cover for Black Hammer. And here comes Crunchy Diff. He's catching them very quickly. He's down to 2.2 seconds off the back. He's flying. He's just done a 39.9. He wants that win for Powerhouse Racing. Yeah, I believe they are flat through one there, Jim Bob. Black Hammer has a look on Lardas down the inside. Not quite enough. Lardas just has enough to get around him. Tuck in again. Here comes Crunchy Diff. He's right on the back of Black Hammer. Gives him a tap. Goes, sorry mate, I've got way more pace than you. I'm going to go flying past down the outside. Black Hammer's going to argue it into the final turn though. Here it comes. Thinks better of it. Just puts a foot on the brake. Just settles the car down. Alright, what's Crunchy Diff got for Lardas? He's having a look. Tucking right in behind. 0.2, 0.1. He's going to try and go around the long way. Can he clear him before one? Here comes Black Hammer as well. He's got the speed in that slipstream. Where's he going to go though? Just trying to tuck it in. They're going to brakes here. Oh, very, very polite. Nobody does the big dive. Some nice racing, guys. 2 test drivers, 2 full-time drivers here. Tell you what, the test drivers are doing a good job. My camera's look down the inside to Lardas again. Not enough room there. Lardas shuts the door. Right, back to the front. Lucky there with a 0.6 second lead with Crunchy Diff closing. Crunchy Diff's closing quickly. Maybe Lucky's carried a little bit of damage. Crunchy Diff's car is absolutely hauling here. He's just going to reel him in really quick. Down the inside. There he goes. Powerhouse Racing back to the front. Great move. Right on the exit there. He's still fighting. He goes Lucky, tucked into the slipstream. Entering the final lap now. Crunchy's leading the way. Lucky's gonna have a look into turn one. This is brave. This is a tight turn to be pulling it too wide in, boys. Crunchy slips across from the outside. Maybe under brakes into the chicane. Is there a dive? Is there a dive? Here comes the dive. Bang! He hits him. Instantly redresses. Has that damaged the Powerhouse car? Alright, comes Black Hammer now. He's put 5 seconds on Lardas, just lost it in the chicane. That's a real shame. Brent's elevating himself up to 4th position now. Good recovery from Brent. Okay, so we've got Crunchy Diff leading the way. Lucky there is in the slipstream. It doesn't seem to be catching him. It might have damaged that car a bit. That front suspension. That's a good point too there, Clinty Go-Go. Seeing these guys didn't pit, they might be on the vapor light. I think Crunchy's car went in early to actually pit for damage repair, so he might be at full power. These guys look like they're limping home. Look at Black Hammer. So Crunchy Diff there anyway, out of the final turn. And he's just romping away with it. He's going to win by over a second. Bang, there he is. First race for Thrillhouse. First win on the board. Well done, Crunchy Diff. Lucky comes second to recover from last week. Mr. Brent's going to grab Black Hammer at the end to take out the podium. Well done, Brent. Good recovery. Black Hammer sneaks home in 4th, just bids in front of the CP racing car. Take that one, Claude. NASCAR in 5th position there. Taz Tim's going to finish a really solid 6th for his first outing. Well done, Tim. Nice work. 7th position's Lardas. Grim Death almost catches him at the line there. You see these cars at the pit of Black Dynamite, Dan, all these quick cars. Alien Express there. I'm Stevie-O in 12th. And Faster Jet finishes 13th. Just had that big lose into the sand. He just could not catch the gap up. That's all it can take sometimes. He's in the cross line, 13th place, but he gets pole position for race 2. Sorry, he'll be second on the grid for part 2 because Richard Withers dropped out, so he will be on pole position for race 2. So there we go. Powerhouse Racing, Crunchy Diff 9. Well done, sir. Congratulations. Catch you later, Excalibur. Glad you're on board long enough to see your boy win one. Save that replay real quick. Alright, get Richard Withers to enter. Is that what you reckon, Clinty? Tactics from Alien, letting people go past to get a better grid start for race 2. Okay. The Moth, welcome mate. King Arthur, how are you? Yeah, that's it. Take over for Excalibur, that's the way. You can fly the flag for Powerhouse now, mate. Alright, we should be getting set off for the reverse grid race fairly shortly. This one here's 11 laps, so a little bit longer. These cars won't make it on without stopping. So this is where you got to do your sums, and this is where the practice comes in. How far can the car run? How much pace can you keep up? There's a difference. There'll be a couple of different schools of thought here, I think. There'll be a couple of guys that go out hard and burn as fast as they can for as long as they can, and then pit and do it all again. And then there'll be the others that try and run home for as long as possible and look after the car. Probably lap a little bit slower, but try to get clean air. And that way they won't have to get sneak in for fresh rubbers and just a splash of fuel and come out quicker. There we go, Richard Withers there. Hopefully he gets a good start this time, gets off the line. Sometimes it's really frustrating when you stall in a race because you've wound up to it, you're ready to go, and then nothing happens, you get stuck there. That's the good thing tonight too, guys. Good to see all 14 teams are represented on the grid tonight. There's not one wildcard entry in the field. So every team has a car on the grid. This is perfect. This is exactly what we wanted to see from the Porsche series. Good to see all the teams getting on board. There's Brent there. He's going to be keen for a nice clean start this time. We're getting caught up in first lap shenanigans in the short race. Good recovery though. Got in, got a pit stop, got some fresh rubber. Come back out and bang through the field. Managed to get himself on the podium. This man is really hard on himself too. He'd be ruined that mistake. There's Trickle, CP Racing. Almost managed to grab the Blacklight Motorsport car there for fourth position. So almost had him in the end there. Grim Death had a really quiet first race. Didn't see much of him. One of those guys that's super hard on himself when something goes wrong. Faster Jet here. We should be going off second position on the grid, so he'll be really keen for a nice solid start. Get away from the line nice and tidy. And try to keep out of the sand this time, because last race he got beached right out there in the sand there, really, really deep, and the car just sat there and sat there. And these things are really low, and they do not get out of that sand. I'm Steve-O there. It's really good to see one of the team owners on board this week. Having a steer, waving his own flag. There's Black Hammer. Interesting first race. Good to see him on pace there for most of the race. There looks like he ran out of fuel towards the end. Had to back it right off. Fourth position's not bad though. Good on debut. This will be the big one for Lucky. He's going to have to try and sneak from the back of the field. This is tough work. I think it'll be quiet for the first couple of laps. Just keep it tidy. Keep it out of the way. Hope we don't have any issues. Team doesn't see the point. Just sit around there and keep the car warm. Put the tyre warmers on. Should be right. Here comes Dan out for a run. The recently freshened up Apex Motorsport cars is their 2.5 livery. Slightly different, a bit more black. Teams just tweak them as they go now. There's no real livery requirements. So they have the power to sort of just tweak and twist them as they need to, and they decide what they want to do with them. A couple of the guys are already happy with what they have, but a couple of guys are, not quite there yet, so they want to do a bit more tweaking. I see in the pits contemplating what happened in the last race there. Had a really, really strong run. Just had a bit of an issue towards the end there, as I've read in the chat, so Crunchy just still leading the way there. Catch up to Richard Withers. You're in the chat there. Cruising, how are you, buddy? Hammer ran out of fuel, Jim Bob. There you go. Zerks, how are you, mate? Kizza, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, mate. Mikey, how are you? Get on Bathurst. We're only going to do Monza tonight, mate. 2 races, that's it. Bathurst will surely be on the calendar at some point. Not next week, though, because next week's track's already been decided. It just hasn't been announced yet. Alright, we're just about to go. 3, 2, 1, and they're all away. Okay, we're all racing this time. Richard Withers is going to lead them away. I'm Steve-O got a rocket start from the second row there. He's going to get right down the inside. He's going to take the lead. Great start from I'm Steve-O there. Looking there, they're 3, 4 wide at the back of the field there. Come on, boys, keep it tidy. And Express is going to tuck in the inside there too. Dan or Richard Withers is going to get run wide. He manages to gather it up. Dan there in second. Nice work through the first turn there. They got kept it nice and tidy. Can they all pull it up? Nah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. There's one around. It's 2 around. Richard Withers into the barricade. Oh, Steve went off on the outside. Taz Tim, Black Dynamite. Grim Death's got up there. He's in the brakes trying to... Oh! Crunchy Diff's gone into the side of NASCAR. Trying to pull it up there. That's what can happen in this kind of thing there. The guys get all banked up, someone checks up, and that's it. She's all over. A couple of cars there have definitely been nursing damage. Looks like Richard Withers is definitely nursing damage there. His car's limping on the outside of the track. Alright, so we're back up the front there. I'm Steve-O's leading the way. Gary, Alien Express, are right behind him there. Black Dynamite's going to have a look. So that look there into the chicane just really compromises Black Dynamite's exit speed. So Grim Death had to really check up. Taz Tim's going to have a look. Brent's going to have a look as well. So far pretty clean though. There was a bit of an issue in the first couple of corners, but these many guys, this closer car, there tends to be a couple of touches. But so far it looks pretty good. So Black Dynamite's going to come around and lead him for the first lap. Alien Express there, still in second position. I'm Steve-O's dropped to third. Taz Tim in fourth. Grim Death and Crunchy Diff. Crunchy's going to grab fifth. NASCAR is having a crack at Brent as well. Look at these guys. They're close together. Frontier car's looking quick though. Looks like Black Hammer and Luck Goes My Way found each other again as well. Oh, they're still fanning out. Alright, into the chicane. They all get through this time. Looking pretty tidy. Steve-O's got a bit loose on the inside there. Gathers it up. Taz Tim's got up to second position. It's great so far from the Devil Motorsport entry. Can he chase down? Oh, Brent's gone. He's in the fence. I saw that in the background. That's going to be sporting massive damage. And Richard Withers in 14th position there after getting tipped off in the first corner. He's probably pitted by now. He's going to do some quick laps, try to get himself back up there under the guys at pit stops. So Black Dynamite still leading the way. Taz Tim in second position there. And Express is in third. He's got Crunchy Diff all over him. Surely he's going to have a look into the final turn. Surely, here it comes. And look at Grim Death there too. He's lurking. He's lurking. He's coming. Crunchy Diff holds Alien out a little bit wide there. Oh! Oh! Touch there for the CP racing car. Just nice recovery there from Lucky. Great job to catch that. That could have been tears. It's a great camera. Car's going flat out. There he is. He's back with his old sparring partner, Black Hammer there. These guys fought over it all race last time, so they're going to go again. Side by side into turn one. Black Hammer sits out wide, lets him go through. That's a smart move. He's going to look down the inside. Nah, just tucks it back in. A lot of guys are sticking the nose out and just thinking better of it there. Crunchy Div. He's on the back of Grim Death here. Putting a lot of pressure on the Brock Balls car. A lot of pressure on the Brock Balls car there. He's right on his back bumper. Can he force a mistake? Oh, looks like there's a bit on there for the lead. Like Dynamite Taz Tim having a great little scuffle up the front here. Nice and clean too. Alright, he's going to have to come back at him again now. Have another look. Look at this back here. Look at this back here. These guys are all over each other. Lucky's going to have a look at Alien there into the final turn. Not quite. Oh, Grim Death's got a bit of a slide there. He's going to wash him out wide. Alien's going to have a look down the inside now. Can he get the run of the straight? I know Lucky's definitely got the run. He's got the slipstream. Can he split him down the middle? Grim Death blocks across. Lucky's going to go right out wide. Trying to take that straight line spin, go right around the outside. Little touch. Nice work, guys. Sorting it out. Beautiful. Let's watch these guys as they get to the chicane. I'll go back to the leaders. Looks like they're fighting up there. Oh, it's going to be big. Grim Death down the inside. Nice work. Nice racing. Look at that. Tidy, clean. The cars haven't barely got a mark on them. That could have ended in tears, and that they pulled that off really nicely. So back to the... Oh, Black Dono's had an issue! We just... Oh, no! He's coming to crunchy death! Oh, no! Oh, no! That's terrible! That's bad news! He's going to redress it. Oh, no! And they've come back on... Oh, no! It's carnage! Oh, dear. That's not gone well for anybody back there. Alright, back to the front now. Taz Tim with a 6.4 second lead. Devil Motorsport, welcome to the party. Back to this little battle here. Look at these guys. They're still going at it. Lucky's in second there. What's he got now? Can he chase down Taz Tim? 7 seconds down the road. Black Dynamite there. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen there. That was an interesting one. Grim Death sneaks in. So this is what I'm talking about. He's going to sneak in now, get some clean air. Black Hammer's going to go after Alien again. Lucky there, closing. He's closing in on Taz Tim, but 6.7 seconds now. Look at Richard Withers there, fastest lap with a 1:39.4 off the back. He's got to 6th position now. He's caught all those guys that have pitted. So I was saying at the start of the race. Where is he? There he is. Had that issue first lap. Massive damage. Gets in, gets the car pitted. Gets it fast, gets back out. And look at that, straight up to 6th position. He'll be compromised towards the end with a light car and low fuel. So he may have to pit again. Oh, someone else had an issue there. I don't know who that was. He zipped past him pretty quick. Might have been a lapped car. So Black Hammer's got into 3rd position now. Who are we missing? Missing somebody. Alien Express had an issue. That's what's happened. He was up there with Black Hammer, and he seems to have had a small issue. Good to see Faster Jet there having a crack now too. Had a bit of an ordinary start, but he's got himself back up to speed. Chasing down Black Hammer now, trying to get on the podium. What's Lucky doing? Lucky 6.7 seconds. He hasn't really gained that gap on Taz Tim yet. So this is where Tim can afford to just roll out of a little bit, preserve the car. 6.7 seconds down the road is a long way to be down the road in front. Car working on its own. It's tempting just to keep stretching that lead. Like I'm there in P3. Pretty solid race so far. Nice and quiet, sort of kept his just stayed in the back of that battle. Everybody sort of fell off in front of him, so he's got pretty clean air around him. Richard Withers is into 4th now. Great lap from him, a 39.4 is an awesome lap. Okay, we've got Grim Death and NASCAR here. I do believe these guys are both pitted, so there's going to be some quick cars towards the end of the race. Tap there. NASCAR's not going to put up with this. He's going to go straight down the inside. Excuse me, sir. Thank you very much. Grim Death's like, I'm just going to sit in the slipstream and grab you down here. Faster Jet's starting to lurk as well. He's been through the pits as well, so that car's fresh. Grim Death on the outside. That's a bold move. Nice from NASCAR. There goes a little bit deeper. Just holds Grim Death out. Oh, big slide there from the Black Balls car. Oh, Taz Tim's in the pits. Luck goes my way, goes around again. What's Black Hammer going to do? He goes round again. Lucky assumes the lead. Black Hammer did come in. Richard Withers has gone up to 3rd. Taz Tim's come out in 2nd. Okay, so Black Hammer's going to come out behind NASCAR and Grim Death and in front of Faster Jet. There's a long stop for the Vodafone blacklight car. Maybe had some damage in there to be fixed. Well, keep an eye on him. So Richard Withers there, third on the road. Going to be running a longer stop now because the had that issue at the start, had to pit early. Taz Tim's on a fresh car out of the pits. 8.7 seconds off the back of Lucky though. Well, 4.5 laps to go. What's Lucky going to do here? Does he pit or does he try and get it home? Surely it won't make it all the way home. 11 laps in one stint's going to be huge. Alright, what's he do? Does he go in? Does he go in? No. Oh, he's gone again. Richard Withers has gone in. This will be a very short stop. It'll be just a little bit of fuel. And away he goes. He'll be fueled to the end. Comes out behind Grim Death. Black Hammer's had an issue there because he should have been up further. Brent's grabbed them all. Late race speed from Brent again. Good to see. Can he grab Richard Withers on cold tyres around the outside? This is going to be huge. What a move around the outside. That's commitment right there. Oh, he's overdone it through the chicane. Can these guys grab him again? Richard Withers is going to be on. Oh, a bit of a glitch there from Black Hammer. Looks like it's under control. Oh, and then a big slide. That's going to get Faster Jet into it. Give the front guys some more TV time, but I'm looking at it on the map and they're pretty spread out. So this is the closest battle we have on the track at the moment. Mr. Brent with Richard Withers right behind him. I thought there was going to be a look there. Blacklight car was really wide on its entry. What's he got for him down here? He's tucked right up under. He's going to have a look. Under brakes. Down on the outside. See, you can lift there now. Tuck him in. Nice pass. Well done. Here's Brent's going to have another look. Richard Withers opened the inside line up for him. Should have covered. Another nice move there from Brent down the inside. Great racing from these guys so far. Nice and clean. Couple of position changes in a lap there and they haven't touched panels once. I'll have to sit here and watch these two race all day. I'll have to sneak back up the front and see what these guys are up to. So Lucky's still going. Car was sliding there. No, you could hear it. So surely he's going to pitch. He's going to have to pit. But he has extended that lead though. He's out to 9.1 seconds. So he has pulled away slightly. Hang on. Oh no, Tim's just chunked a massive chunk of time at him there. So the Venturi car is starting to limp. But it'll be on the freshest rubber once it comes back out. It'll be fresh and light. He goes around again. Is he really going to try and get all the way home? It's lap 10. He's going to... Well, he is, surely. Wow. If he can pull that off, that's a masterstroke. Tim in second there. Great run from the Devil Motorsport car. CP Racing, NASCAR. There he is, third position. Great run so far from NASCAR. What a drive. Grim Death in fourth. He was hoping these guys would have pitted by now. Look at these two. They're still going at it. Down the inside into one. This is the battle of the entire field at the moment. These guys are going bananas. Oh, there's a touch. 2 into 1 doesn't go, boys. Nice to see Brent there. Just goes out wide, redresses it, goes at him again. Great, nice fair racing there from the boys. Good to see. Fast Suggest in 7th. Black Hammer's in 8th. Black Dynamite there on the recovery drive. 9th position so far. Alien Express is in 10th. Dan there in 11th. Just hasn't quite got his head around the Porsche now. It looks got taken out early too, but looks of the damage all over that. Not sure what happened to Lardas in this race there, but another big slide out of the chicane there. Crunchy Diff in 13th. He's done the fastest lap with a 1:39.223. I'm Stevie there in 14th. Back to the front. Lucky's going to come around towards the line. He's going to go in now. No, he's going to go again. Alright, so he's going to go all the way around. 1 lap to go. Winning by 13 seconds over NASCAR. Tim's had an issue. NASCAR's grabbed him. That's massive. Can he recover this? Alright, this is going to be a battle for the end here. And Grim Death is waiting to pounce too, waiting for these guys to start getting together. He's right coming on the back of Tim now. Can Tim hold on to the podium? I think he's got damage, because Grim Death just flew past down the outside. Can he pull up for the chicane? Nice and straight. Well done from Grim Death there. Richard Withers is lurking 2 and 5th. Waiting for these guys to make a mistake. He'll pounce. So what's Tim got for these guys now? Richard Withers is hunting hard too. He's catching them quick. 3.1 behind it. I don't think he's enough lap to catch him, but he's really catching up fast. This guy takes that wide entry line. Oh, go back to the leader because Lucky's exiting the final turn. What a drive from Lucky there. 11 laps. He's going to stamp a whopping Great Venturi badge right on the podium. Bang! The win goes to Lucky. Well done. What a drive. Great race. NASCAR pulls one out of nowhere to come second. Another fantastic steer. This is one of Thrillhouse's fastest Group A guys. Grim Death there manages to hold on to 3rd position as well. Taz Tim with a great drive there for 4th. Richard Withers from the very back of the field after first lap injury ends up coming back in 5th position. What a drive. And gets the fastest lap with a 38.8. Brent there finishes in 6th. Fast Jet grabs Black Hammer in the end for 7th. Alien Express going to finish 9th maybe. Just Black Dynamite 10th. Dan comes 11th. Last is going to limp home there in 12th position. A bit of a rough race for him there. Just that first lap issue again. A lot of guys got caught up. Crunchy is one of the guys that really copped it early. Ended up in the sand trap. Got stuck in the pack. Here comes Steve. Going to finish 14th position. What do we think of that, chat? Hump Day, Porsche Supercup. Shansky, yeah, we only watched the top 8 because they're the only guys that were actually racing. The rest of the guys were a little bit too far behind and really spread out. It wasn't much to look at. Dreamer, sorry, late arriving. You don't manage to beat those Black Light Devils. You beat us in the second race. We beat you in the first race. So, we'll call it square, mate. All right. So what do you think of that, guys? Any standouts for you tonight? What do you think of the test drivers? I'll bring up the race results so we can have a bit of a look. So to cap it off, luck goes my way there with a just stellar drive in the end there. 13 seconds clear of the field to take the win. What a drive. That was fantastic. NASCAR finishes in P2. Grim Death in third. Taz Tim on debut. Finishes in fourth position. That's a good drive. Richard Withers in fifth. That's two of the test drivers in fourth and fifth, just off the podium. Brett there with the recovery to sixth position. Faster Jet in seventh, another test driver. Black Hammer in eighth, another test driver. Ninth position was Alien. 10th was Black Dynamite after that really stellar start, but then just got into a bit of an altercation at the start there, a couple laps in, just never recovered from there. Dan finished in 11th, Lardas was 12th, Crunchy Dith was in 13th after that awkward exchange, and I'm Stevo finishes in 14th position. Yeah, I bet you boys at Powerhouse are pretty happy right now. Crunchy Diff did a really good job in the first race, and he got properly served in that race too. So definitely had a lot of pace, and be interesting to see him have another run in Soda Wars and such. All right, guys, we might keep it going for another couple of minutes just to answer some questions and put your comments in, and we'll sign him off because he's a fairly short one on Hump Day. We don't stick around for too long because, as you can see, the room's starting to empty out pretty quick already. What I might do is just jump out. And pop a replay on for a couple of minutes. So anyway, while we're waiting for this to do its thing, just want to put out a big thank you there to for Noble for hosting the room. It's I think it's only the second time Noble's had to host, and it ran really smoothly. So thanks very much, Noble. Did a great job, mate. Hope to see you doing it a bit more often. Great job there to all the test drivers as well. Those guys there did a fantastic job. A lot of pressure coming into such a stellar field like that, knowing these guys, have seen them racing on TV, on the streams, so that they know who they're racing against. They know these guys are quick, and to come into that pretty raw and to run it race as cleanly as they have tonight, because that was a pretty clean couple of races really for the Porsches. So here we go. This is the start of the short race. And we just had that staller. Richard Withers there had the stall there, which is really unfortunate, considering his speed too in the second race. But it gave Brent a massive start. As long as the same guy stay for a couple. So that Jim Bob, that's up to the teams themselves, mate. So basically the premise of the Porsche series is as long as the team gets a car on the grid, we don't mind which member of the team's actually driving it. If you want to have the same guy in it every week, as uninteresting as that might be to everybody else, you're all the power to you. But like I know personally at Blacklight Motorsport we like to spread the car around, so we've got the new guy in tonight, Black Hammer, and both Solo Man and the Bad Doctor have had runs in rounds 1 and 2, and I do believe that Mr. Ghost will be driving the Vodafone Blacklight car next week. And then you never know, I might even have a steer the week after. We'll see how we go, eh? This was a great little battle at the start of the first race. Really good to see Lucky up there again this week, because he had a really rough run at Dragon Tail Gardens, and then again last week as well. Just getting caught up in the issues. Was a bit not really sure if he wanted to keep doing it, so it's great to see him get a good run and have some success. Hopefully that energises him to keep coming back. Grim Death again had another really good couple of races. Always fight up the front there. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the test drivers, Doremus. Good to see them getting up there. And the clean racing too, like you watch this here, like Lucky and Blackhammer, they went at it for lap after lap in the first race. And there was barely a mark on those cars at all. They did a fantastic job. It's good to see Steve up there for the first race too, right towards the front. Especially with someone like Crunchy Diff, who's got phenomenal pace in that powerhouse car, putting the pressure on. Alright guys, so you guys look like you're pretty quiet there in the chat. You're not giving me much to talk about, so we might wrap it up there then, eh? So I'll be back in the box tomorrow night for Super 2 Group A, round 4 I believe it is. So Ghost can have a steer, try to get himself back to the top step of the podium. Trying to keep hold of that lead of the championship at the moment, so he's pretty keen. Have another good run. And then on Sunday night, it is myself. Actually, I'm going for Group B in Supercars. Not sure how I'm going to go there, but I'm. It's a track that I'm okay on, so hopefully I can get a top 10. That's pretty much what I'm aiming for the rest of the season. And then. Yeah, we'll go again. Go AliExpress tomorrow. Yeah, that's it, Clinty. I hope to see you in the chat, mate. Get on board and support your drivers, your test drivers as well, you guys. Now you've got a team to support. Make sure you jump in and support your drivers every chance you can get, because that's the sort of thing that team owners will be looking for if they're going to try and have to replace a driver for season 4 or beyond. They'll be looking at test drivers that are really getting involved. So if you guys are keen for a drive in a legit Supercars team, yeah, jump in the chat. You know, be active. Make sure you're a good member of the team you're in. And yeah, we might come knocking on your door if we need a new driver. So thanks, Doremus. Yeah, she's a bit different on your own. You run out of things to talk about pretty quickly. So hopefully it came across all right for you guys. I don't mind the Porsches. It's a bit of a soft spot for me. I quite enjoy this series, so hopefully we can keep it going. But we need the support of the team owners. Make sure the cars are on the grid each week, and hopefully it can sort of blossom into a good bragging rights series. All right then, guys. On that then, we'll call it a night. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Super 2 Group A.